We welcome you to a meeting. Oh, sorry. Phil, are you ready? Yeah, you're good. Okay. We welcome you to a meeting of the Buchanan Community Schools Board of Education. Our regular meetings have been posted on our district website, in our central office, and in each district school building. Tonight's agenda has been posted on our website and emailed out to the Buchanan Community Schools Board of Education community subscription. Our school board members received the agenda and all supporting documents for reports and action items several days prior to the scheduled meeting, so they can review information, prepare questions or comments, and are ready to participate fully in the discussions and votes that encompass the duties of their office. This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. The Buchanan Community Schools Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express themselves on district matters as indicated during the public comment portion of on the agenda. We request that each interested participant complete and turn in a public comment card to ensure responses can be appropriately addressed. Thank you for your support of Buchanan Community Schools. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, next on our agenda, we have the ceremonial oath of office with our new board member, Mr. Jake Brown. Would you please come forth? Who?
Me, because I'm re-elected.
Okay. All right, come on up.
Come on up.
And
Come on down.
No, you do it to me and him, right?
okay,
Yes.
and Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And I just
Is it one at a time or?
Let's do it together.
All right, please raise your right hands and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of office member
And I will faithfully discharge the duties of this office
of the Board of Education
of the Board of Education
for Buchanan Community Schools
for Buchanan Community Schools
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Welcome to the board.
That's a little stressful. That's a memorization.
It is, and I didn't know when to stop.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. You did good.
You re-upped on purpose?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right. Are you doing roll call? All right.
Here.
Mrs. Brackett?
Here.
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mrs. Left?
Here.
Dr. Carlin?
Here.
Mrs. Bailey?
Here.
Dr. Burnett?
Here.
Thank you. We are moving on to letter E, election of acting chairperson. At this time, members of the board should now elect an acting chairperson until the election of the president. Is there a motion?
I move that Mr. Robinson serve as acting chairperson until the election of the president has been completed.
Support.
And
Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Left?
Yes.
Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
Dr. Burnett?
Yes. Messed up.
Now we are moving to F1, election of board president. Our process is a board member makes a motion to nominate a member for president. The vote is taken. If the nominated member receives at least 4 votes, they become president. If the first nominee does not receive 4 votes, a member would read the motion again and nominate a different member, and votes be taken again. This motion does not need to be seconded. Once a president is established, they can continue to run the remainder of the board meeting.
I, Chris Carlson, nominate Katie Berry to serve as president of the Buchanan Board of Education until the organizational meeting in January of 2026.
Support.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Left?
Yes.
Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
That was right away. I was like, oh, we gotta get rid of that. There you go. Don't waste any time. That's funny. I was like, oh, what did we forget?
All right. Thank you. I think.
now it really is me.
Yeah, it
Like,
really
goes
is.
right to me. Okay,
No pressure.
She got
all
it.
right.
She got it.
Next up, we have the election of the vice president.
I, Chris Carlson, nominate Dr. Harvey Burnett to serve as the Vice President of the Buchanan Board of Education until the organizational meeting in January of 2026.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Mrs. Brackett?
We need support.
Yes. No.
No.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Lesh?
Yes.
Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
Next up, we have election of secretary.
I, Harvey Burnett, nominate Kelly Lesh to serve as Secretary of the Buchanan Board of Education until the organizational meeting in January 2026.
Mr. Carlin, Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Mrs. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Lesh?
Yes.
Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And now election of the treasurer.
I, Harvey Burnett, nominate Chris Carlson to serve as Treasurer of the Buchanan Board of Education until the organizational meeting in January of 2026.
Oh, do I do it now? Now that I'm official? Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Oh, I was like. Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
All right. All right, next up, we have the adoption of the agenda.
I make a motion, the agenda for the organizational board meeting of January 21st, 2025 be adopted as written.
Support.
Any questions or comments from board members? All right.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have the adoption of the consent agenda.
Is it just the regular agenda?
Recognize visitors.
Sorry. Let me follow this way. This is new responsibility. I gotta.
It's okay.
figure it out. Oh, so thank you all for being here on this snow day. Appreciate you coming in. And then we have the points of pride. Trish, did you?
Yep, this is, of course, Board Members Recognition Month in January, so just shining a light on the things that you all do, the incredible work that really goes unseen in a sense. You have some special gifts there. In front of you, you have a shirt from School Board, MASB, you have a nice blanket, and these are
My virtual.
from BBA, okay. So, thank you for that. No one knows the number, the depth of work that you all do. So from the countless meetings, the decisions that you have to make from school budgets, sitting in those budget meetings, combing over numbers, getting the budget packets, thank you, Chris, combing over numbers, and asking the tough questions. The expulsion hearings where you have to make decisions about students and their future. Reinstatement hearings, listening to them if they've worked themselves back into schools. The curriculum purchases, listening to our gifted staff as they share their proposals regarding the curriculum work that we're doing, and then also programming, just to name a few. Behind the scenes, you devote your personal time in studying and getting prepared for these meetings. I remember there was a packet of almost 300 pages when we were doing the pages, but now there's countless links that you have to press on to get to the work and to the information. And that is time behind the scenes that no one sees. The committees that you are part of or even lead. Just this past spring, we had three 2-hour meetings that our policy committee committed to, with reviewing hundreds of policies as we transition to TRUM policies. Lots of work. No one sees that type of work. So your role also extends beyond the decision-making. You are connected to the community, you're connected to the staff, and you're also connected to the students. You're connected to me personally as thought partners. I'm sending you messages in the morning during these snow days at 5:30 in the morning, some of them, and conversations in the evening saying, hey, do you have a minute? And you often say yes. I've never had a no. So I certainly appreciate that, and no one sees that, and no one knows that, while you're trying to juggle your jobs and your families. So thank you for that. So again, we extend our gratitude and our appreciation for all that you do for this great district that you serve and you govern each and every day. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're pretty great.
Yeah, you
Thank you.
I was just going to say, if I can, that we are very lucky to have the board we have. So not only friendships and the knowledge, I think I've learned a ton from my partner board members, and I feel like our leadership and the, your leadership teams, but also us with our committee meetings and just the knowledge that we gain, and we work hard together. So I do appreciate the good team. And Michelle, I'm always going to give you a shout out for keeping us organized and, keeping us all on track. So thank you very much. And
Harvey, thank
We
you for all the
appreciate
time
it.
you've put in
Yeah.
as leading this group. And I'm sure, Katie, you'll do a great job
yeah,
as well. So, but thank you.
But that's what's so cool about this board, is that we have, all of you bring good expertise and things like that, and it's good to be able to know that we can pass on or have others come up and step in leadership roles. Because, it shouldn't be just about one person, but it's about us as a collective doing what we can for the best of our students and for the best of our district and
Yeah.
our staff and everything, so.
And Kelly and Chris, same. I know you guys didn't change your roles, but thank you for stepping up and doing that.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Trish, next one is you as well, the superintendent and department reports.
Yes, lots of information in the reports, as always, by our wonderful department leads and principals. So they give an update of what is happening monthly in those reports. I'd also like to welcome Mr. Brown to the board meeting, his official first one. And then as just a quick announcement to, again, I want to thank our staff and students of Buchanan Community Schools. We have out in the community, there have been a lot of challenges, life-changing challenges that people that are facing now. And our student population and our staff have really rallied and wrapped their arms around those in need, those who need a hug, advocating for shifts and maybe some scheduling and things like that. And when you think about a small district, small knit community like this, that is what's needed, and that is what makes us so proud. We think about the students whose house burned down last week, and our staff went into just mode of help mode, raising money, selling cookies in the lunchroom. Staff did that, and bringing in donations of clothes, and just helping out wherever they can. And even with a recent life-changing event with one of our staff members, just trying to make sure people are able to go and support. So I certainly appreciate Buchanan Community Schools, the staff all of us who are giving up our time and just showing compassion to each other. And that's really what it is about as well. So that is that.
Okay, thank you. Next up, we have information reports and, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm skipping one again. we don't have any presentations today, so typically this would be presentations. L is information reports and new business, and I think Facilities Planning Committee, we've met after that, or was there a meeting? For the
No, I
December-
got that.
You got that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So facilities met for just under 2 hours on December 17th. For the district, Trish, Mark, Carrie, Phil from the board, Ruth, Kelly, myself, and we had Tony from Carmi Design, who is doing the facility study for us, come in and just kind of give us a broad update of the work that's been done up until that point. They were running behind just a little bit. And so we're expecting that to come in sometime towards the end of next month still. And then that's going to be a 4-hour presentation that we would like to break into 2 2-hour meetings, but it would be for the full board to present that as an open meeting as well for the community to be here, where they will go through everything that they've found, both good and bad, with the facilities. So that kind of encompassed that time slot for us.
Thank you. Parent Advisory Committee?
Yep, so we met on December 12th. We met virtually. That day, there were 7 members who attended, and I gave them an update on the MTSS process that I worked with the building principals and giving me information. And then pretty much that was it. There were a few questions around the calendar for the 25-26 school year, so I am working with Mark. We are working together on getting them that information. And more of the concern was when is school going to start, so people can start planning their summer vacations.
All right, next up is the Human Resources Committee. We did meet on January 8th, and that was myself, Trish, Kelly, and Carrie. Ruth was not part of the meeting because she is no longer on the board. We went over new hires and the open positions. There was a creative solution, or is a creative solution, for the admin assistant position at the high school to assist as needed until that position was filled, so we talked through that. The budget amendment that is being discussed tonight reviews adding back in some permanent subs shared between some buildings. And then long-term planning with the retirement of Brian Brown. It creates some kind of review of what the business office structure looks like. We discussed quite a bit of what our planning looks like and what the options are that are presented from Barry and Risa, and looking at maintaining how we work today and continuing to evaluate the needs and the options for the 25-26 year. And just to clarify, Barry and Risa does have a person in place to support us in the way that Brian Brown was supporting us previously. So that will be how we finish out this school year and then continue to evaluate from there. And finally, I'm sorry, there was one more thing. Talking about transportation challenges with start times and just reviewing what options we may have to make sure that all of the transportation needs are met in a safe manner. So. And then Trish, superintendent, and Buck parent conversations.
Yep, just as always, these are just open office hours where I go to a building and sit in case any parent or community member has anything that they'd like to just have a conversation about. So my last one was January 14th. I think I'll have 2 more for the end of the school year, so.
All right, our next section is public comment, and we don't have any public here, so I don't think we have any comments tonight. Now I'll move on to the adoption of the consent agenda.
I make a motion the Board of Education approves the consent agenda for the organizational meeting of January 21st, 2025 be adopted as written, including the minutes from the 12/16/2024 regular meeting, the 1/14/2025 work session, the Treasury and Expenditure Reports for December 2024, the dashboard for December 2024, and the recommendations to hire is submitted for Lauren Powers as a fifth grade teacher, Renee Appelin as an ECSE teacher, and Sheena Getz as paraprofessional at Ottawa.
Support. Sorry.
Anybody have any questions or comments? All right, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
Next up, I keep looking for somebody else to start talking. Sorry. 2025 committee amendments.
I move the Buchanan Board of Education approves the following committee amendments. Addition of a Student Discipline Reinstatement Committee, which includes 2 board members and 1 alternate, and combining our Facilities Planning and Finance Committees into one named Facilities and Finance Committee.
Support.
No,
Any
put me down.
questions or comments from the board?
I read this, but I get the second one, and then, did we talk about the discipline?
So this
Was this
is,
where that was an addition to like review?
it is, yes, you'll
Sorry, I need
review
some
all the
help.
information, so instead of just me
Oh, that's right.
reinstating, it'll be a
Okay.
committee, and this is also supported by our policy.
Yes.
Our neutron policy, so,
Okay.
and then we would bring a recommendation to the full board.
I got you. Okay. I remember now, sorry.
Permanent expulsions, yeah.
Only?
Only.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Rest of it.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
All right, next up, we have the committee assignments. And typically, how we've done this is you pick an order. I don't know, I don't remember how it's
We've
facilitated.
done by
Goes by
seniority. Gets
Um,
to pick.
Board member seniority.
Okay.
And
Oh, and
just-
you have them listed here in
Michelle's
seniority
got 'em
order.
listed.
Thank you, Michelle.
Where are they listed?
All right, so
On the same page.
we go through it and then we.
And then we make the motion
Make the
once it's
motion.
done. Yep.
Okay.
Why is-
Like accepting everything.
Oh, never mind. I misread that.
Harvey, you're first up.
All right, I'll do board policy. Ooh.
I will do human
She's
resources.
putting their names right in it.
Katie?
I'll also do human resources.
Chris?
Facilities.
Scott?
I think I'm gonna try something different this year. I'm gonna be the farm advisory.
Oh.
I'm kidding, that's a joke.
Oh, I was like, you can. I was
Nobody's
just-
taking that from you. Come on now.
I'm like,
I'll do
hey.
curriculum, please, thank you.
You're so funny. All right. Brackett?
I'll do board policy.
And Jake?
Public relations.
Like you should say 500 after that.
What is public relations?
And Harvey?
Do emergency security.
And I think I'm going to do curriculum. And Katie?
Facilities and finance.
And Chris?
I'll take security as well.
Scott?
I'm debating between two. I bet that'll still be there. I'll do public relations.
And
Curriculum and programming.
and Jake.
Student discipline.
Or was it? Oops, I don't know.
And Harvey.
I'll do student discipline.
Sorry, I lost where I was at. And I'll do emergency security. Katie?
How about Bering Reese voting representative?
Yep. Chris?
I'll do, Bering Cash School Board.
Scott?
I'll do the student discipline as well. No, that says ALT. Does that mean
You're the
I
alternate.
can't be a part of it if there's already two people there, or I can be?
You would be the alternate if one of them cannot attend.
You can't have three people on that committee?
Two.
Oh.
You want to
All right,
change?
I'll
I was like,
keep it-
would
I'll
you
keep it
like to
there for now and
change?
see how things shake out, but
Okay.
that was the other one I was gonna do, so we'll see how the rest of this shakes out, and if I need to move, I can.
Jeannie?
I'll do the human resources.
Where am I at? Right there. Jake?
Facilities and finance.
Sorry, did that come all out?
Welcome, welcome, attaboy, Jake. Congratulations.
Harvey?
Choice, yeah.
What alternate do you want?
MASB voting delegate.
And I will do the farm advisory. Sorry, Scott. Got it before you.
I'll do PR.
And Chris?
I'll be the alternate for B. Risa.
Got it. Jeannie?
Is it Scott next?
Oh, did I miss you? Sorry,
Am I allowed
Scott.
to ask a question? Or am I only allowed to say what I want to do? Is there somebody?
Ask a question.
Does somebody want to do board policy? Like, I haven't done it, so I'll do it. I don't know how good at it I'm gonna be. But if there's somebody wanting that spot, I'm not gonna take it either. So, somebody want to do board policy?
We've all had plenty
We've
of
all had
opportunity
it.
to
Yeah, I
pick.
was like, we've all had it.
Put
You
me
should
on-
do it to learn it.
Put me on board policy.
All right. It's,
I'm quitting in like 2 months anyway. So
It was
doesn't
my
matter.
5th pick, Scott.
My
Yeah.
50th on April 2nd, my birthday present's gonna be I'm resigning from the school board.
You're lucky, I could have passed. I'm like,
oh, are they? Yeah. Oh, cool. We'll have a party.
Anyway, sorry.
No,
Go
you're
on.
fine.
Continue.
So now it's me.
Yes, now it is, sorry.
Okay, I'll do the alternate for the MASB.
And Jake?
The Berry and Cass School Board Association alternate.
Okay. All right, I
That's
think
gonna
we
use
have them
passing
all.
I didn't get to use passing power, I was gonna say pass. I didn't
Pass.
get to do it.
Well, I thought Katie was, because that's what you used to do, like, hey, but that's coming up. We were in the wrong section.
Did I hear Jake said you did want policy?
So with all those being picked, then we can move Katie to a vote, so.
Yep. So, if there's a motion for the committee assignments.
Yep.
I move that we accept the board committee assignments as listed.
Support.
Any questions, comments?
Thanks for everybody taking your turn.
Roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett.
Yes.
All right, next we have building liaisons.
You're
Try
good.
that again. So, and what we'll do is same order here. Is it seniority that we go through to pick the boards or the locations?
So Harvey, do you want any for,
Actually, I'm in all buildings, so
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter.
it's okay. We'll put you off to the
Yeah,
side
so
then
put me off to the
for
side.
all.
It's not- I have to be in all buildings anyway.
So then me, I'm gonna do moccasin. I need my little list.
I'll do the high school.
Thank you.
Is that me? Middle school.
Middle School.
I'll do high school.
I'll do middle school.
I will do Moccasin.
So Katie, if you want, or if you wanna just be on all like Harvey used to do.
If, I'll
As
do the
president?
academy too, since if that makes it easier for somebody not to have to take two. I'm not
Does
trying to
anyone
jump
want
order,
Ottawa?
but
Do they have any?
I'll do Ottawa.
You'll,
I'll
go
do
ahead.
virtual. I can switch to virtual, and that'll be fine for me.
Okay.
It'll get me out of my problem with 3 daughters and 2 schools,
Ah,
and I can always lean that I'm not favoring anyone, so I can switch to the virtual, and that'll be fine.
okay. So take you off of moccasin and put you on virtual?
Perfect.
The other thing is, just so you know, is that if we have an event, we're all sometimes invited, so you're more than welcome to go. You don't have to just, so you don't have to drop one kid over the other. You can go to all of them, so,
Be in all buildings.
yes, just so you know. Okay. So did anyone want Ottawa? You said you would take it, any one of them, and then I'll put my name on one. I'll do Ottawa. And then we need one more moccasin.
Sure.
Okay. Do you have them right? I have them right, okay. All right, we're ready.
All right, a motion.
Make a motion, the Buchanan Board of Education appoints the following board members to serve in the capacity of building liaisons as specified below for the 2025 calendar year.
Support.
And questions or comments? And roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Excuse me, yes.
Oh, my turn again, sorry. I like
I
to
didn't
make
even
my
flip
notes
the
and
page.
look ahead and gonna have to pay attention. All right, next up we have our legal counsel. Is there a motion to appoint?
I move the Board of Education appoints Troon Law Firm of Lansing, Michigan as Board Legal Counsel for the 2025 calendar year. If needed, the board also approves the use of a Clark Hill Law Firm specifically for legal counsel of personnel, human resource concerns.
Support.
Any questions or comments? All right, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
All right, next up we have the school depositories.
I make a motion the following institutions be retained as depositories for the appropriate school funds for the 2025 calendar year. Honor Credit Union, United Federal Credit Union, Michigan Class Investment Pool, BMO Harris Bank, and UMB Financial Corporation.
Support.
Is that you, Harvey?
Yep.
Any questions or comments?
All the same, right? Yeah,
All the same.
everything's the same, yep.
All right, go ahead with roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
I'm abstaining based on my employment with one.
Yep. And Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And then next up, we have auditor services.
I move the Buchanan Board of Education approves the recommendation as submitted by Business Office Specialist Carrie Brunsting for utilization of audit services from Krugel, Lawton and Company.
Support.
Any questions or anything to add, Trish?
No, no, we've used Krugel, I think, for the past 2 years maybe now, so they've been pretty thorough.
Yep. All right, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
Next up, we have the cooperative agreements.
I make a motion the Buchanan Board of Education approves cooperative agreements for the 2025 calendar year with the following entities: REMC Association of Michigan, School Specialty, HPS Group Purchasing, MSBO Bus Purchasing, and Great Lakes Consortium.
Support.
All right, there's no comments, go ahead, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
All right, we are moving on. Next up, we have the Buchanan Virtual Academy graduation certificates.
I move that upon satisfactory, wait a minute. I gotta widen this up so I can see.
I was like, you need this?
I can't see it. Anyway, upon satisfactory completion,
gonna say, do you
of district requirements for high school graduation, the Board of Education hereby approves Buchanan Virtual Academy students Aaron Howell, Caitlin Matamore, Grace Karpinski, Justin Scaff, and Pamela Owens.
Support.
All right.
Congratulations to our students who continue to work towards getting these requirements. We know sometimes life issues them challenges as well, but they continue to move forward and focus on their goal of finishing up these graduation requirements. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
All right. Quite the list tonight. 2025 close-up proposal for overnight trip.
I move the Buchanan Board of Education approves the close-up trip to Washington DC from March 23rd, 2025, returning March 28th, 2025, in accordance with Board Policy Number 5506, under the supervision of Mr. Tony Diornelis.
Support.
This is an annual trip and an annual approval for this resolution for overnight. And then they also shared a pamphlet regarding close-up.
Thank you for the pamphlet. I thought that was cool. Yep.
Great. All right, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
and Dr. Burnett.
Yes.
We have a donation of over $1,000 that needs an approval.
I make a motion the Buchanan Board of Education approves the following donations to the CTE Auto Program, a 2010 Toyota Prius value of $3,259.
Support.
And again, we thank our donor for this car to our students. They'll be able to work on it and just get lots of experience with it. So, and I know Mr. Brown is very grateful as well.
I just wanted to say I appreciated Carrie sending a letter and all that was in the letter. It was very nice, and just what they're gonna do with it, and the, you know, the point of like the hands-on, and that, it is hard to get a vehicle and to have that hands-on practice, so we appreciate it as a board, but I just wanted to say thank you to Carrie for the nicely written letter, yeah. The thank you letter, it was very nice written, so tell her thank you for that.
Go ahead with roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett.
Yes.
Cool, finally. All right, 2024-25 budget amendment.
I move the Buchanan Board of Education, in accordance with the General Appropriations Act, accepts the Buchanan Community Schools amended budget appropriations resolution for the fiscal year 2024-2025 as presented. Said documents to be entered into the minutes of this meeting and to take immediate effect.
Support.
This is our annual amendment as well. Our building leaders and our district department leads also gave us input on the budget amendment. We share this out with our committee, our budget committee, and we are presenting it to you today for approval.
Anybody have any comments or questions? All right, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett.
Yes.
All right. Does anyone have anything to share or any questions or comments that the board would like to share? Yep.
I got a couple. So first of all, Phil, I want to shout Phil out here for a second. So I was in Mr. Pruitt's office today, and I noticed the very elaborate security / camera system that we have, and I mean, I'd been in his office before, but never really noticed it. And, you know, one of my knuckleheaded children happened to be in the aux gym practicing his dance for whatever it is, the dance off with a group of students. And not only could I see, for better or worse, every little fine detail of these knuckleheads practicing their dance, you could hear them, and you could do that clear as a bell, and, you know, in 20 or however many other locations, Phil probably knows. Anyways, the point of my story is that Mr. Pruitt said, yeah, we have Phil to thanks for this. He got a lot of grant money and stuff. It was pretty impressive how sophisticated the system was, and so as a parent, it just makes me feel good that we have that in our school, because I've seen a lot of other ones that aren't as good at much bigger and wealthier, more affluent schools. So, Phil, good job. Secondly, just wanted to shout out Michelle, which we don't do enough. I think that we could nominate her, at least I could, probably once every month for the appreciation thing. So, Michelle, thank you for all that you do, and keep, if nothing else, for reminding me about, you know, literally everything that I'm supposed to do when it comes to the board. And then Jake, welcome again. Sorry I didn't get a chance to introduce myself before this meeting. And then lastly, Ruth, I know she's not here, but I thought it was appropriate that the close-up thing came up tonight in Ruth's first absence. So we miss her, and I hope she's enjoying her not being at the board meeting on a negative 2-degree night. So I'm done. Ms. President, hey, you did a great job, by the way.
Just to say a thank you to Trish. One of the hardest things that superintendents have to do is make decisions about calling off school based on weather conditions. And for sure, the last couple of days have been one of those where student safety is very paramount. So I really appreciate her ability to actually consult with other superintendents in the district and make those tough decisions.
I wanted
Thank
to
you.
say I appreciate the heads up, because a lot of people do, I've seen, and people reached out to me and said they appreciated that so that they can plan and have, childcare or whatever. It just gives them more time, so they did appreciate the early notices, so.
For sure.
Yes.
Yep. And then my second is with all that you said too, that's going on in our community, to adjust our schedule to help was very touching to me, and I thought that that was a good use of, listening to the staff and being able to adjust that. So thank you very much for doing that.
Anyone else have anything?
Yeah, it's my first meeting.
Yeah.
This group is great, I can tell already. I'm super excited. I'm on a 6-year journey with whoever.
Yes, you are.
It's a long 6 years.
It is a long 6 years. Yeah.
Wait till you get to year 5.
I got a lot of nervous excitement and energy around this, so hopefully I will fulfill the position to the best of my abilities like I was sworn in.
Good.
You're gonna be great.
Welcome. Yeah.
Anything? I have a couple things. Thank you for organizing the working session that we did
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, it was very,
Yeah, that was a really good session, so I'm looking forward to the continuation since it was so long. But I think we are all more than happy to be there and participate in it. She did a great
Yeah.
job. so
Lisa
thank
does
you.
a good job.
Congratulations and thank you to Brian Brown, who's not here, but wish him all the best. Thank you, Harvey, for your leadership for a long time. I don't know how many years, but it was a long time. Forever.
Nobody
Thank
knows.
you.
Yeah.
we lost count.
Yeah.
And then thank you for the opportunity and the, I'll say, vote of confidence to do this, so. I won't be here for 6 years, Jake, but I'll be here for a couple.
So
All
for you
right.
guys.
See you at the finish line.
All right. The next meeting is February 18th at 6 PM. So stay warm.
And the meeting is adjourned.
Oh, and meeting is
Yep, you
adjourned.
gotta do that and hit
Hit that
hit
thing.
the gavel.
There we
you
go.